Hello everybody, my name is Greg McCormick. Welcome to my blog. Today's Monday, May 30th, 2011, and it's about 11:34 a.m. In my blog I'll be talking about my experience living and studying in Muscat, Oman, which I'll be there for 2 months this summer studying Arabic through the Critical Language Scholarship Program, which is sponsored by the United States Department of State. Now, I haven't obviously participated in it yet, but I've heard great things about it. It's a program designed to provide opportunities for students, American students, to learn critical languages, which include Arabic, Persian, Japanese, Russian, Chinese, Azerbaijani, I think that's how you say it, Turkish, and there's a couple others, Urdu, Hindi, Punjabi. I don't have all of them memorized, but they provide, I think there's like 575 scholarships per year total, and it all takes place during the summer. Out of those scholarships, there's about 175 that are offered to Arabic students. They have institutes in Oman, which where I'll be, and then also in Amman, Jordan, Fez, Morocco, and Tangier, Morocco. In previous years, they've offered it in Egypt, in Alexandria and Cairo, but for obvious reasons, they couldn't do it this year. But I'm really looking forward to going to Oman. It's not a place that I would have imagined myself studying. You don't have a choice in where you get put, but I'm very open to this experience. Oman's located in the Gulf region of the Middle East. It's below Saudi Arabia, and Muscat is the capital city. Right now I'm in a hotel in Washington, D.C., which is where we're going to have an orientation for the program. Tonight it starts, so a bunch of us are supposed to meet up. I haven't met anybody yet, but I'm waiting for more people to arrive, and hopefully we figure out that we're all part of the program. So tonight there's I guess a little social thing, and then tomorrow all day we're having an orientation to prepare ourselves for the program. And then June 1st we'll be leaving. We leave for Frankfurt, Germany, the night of June 1st, so it's an overnight flight, and then we have a layover there, and then from there we go to Abu Dhabi, and then we have a flight from Abu Dhabi to Muscat. I'll be attending a language institute there called the World Learning Center, and from what I understand, there's like 4 to 5 hours of Arabic instruction per day, and for those of you who don't study Arabic, there's a modern standard Arabic which is spoken in the media, and nobody really speaks it as a native tongue. It's like classical Arabic, which is what all the countries use to communicate with amongst each other. But in each country, there's also colloquial dialect, which is more like its own language linguistically, and we'll have 1 hour per day of instruction with that. So I'm looking forward to learning a dialect because I haven't studied one before. I've only taken 2 years of Arabic at Temple for my minor that I'm doing there. What else? As far as reading about Oman in the news, I've tried to look up stuff. It's not something that I've seen a whole lot of. I know United States and Oman have good trade relations. Historically, Oman has had many relations with the British, so English is spoken there, although Arabic's the main language. I did a little bit of reading about the country from a travel book beforehand. There's a lot of cultural information in there, which I found very interesting. It has a very interesting history. At one point, the Portuguese occupied Oman for a little bit, so there's a little trace of that. But as comparing Oman to the rest of the Arab world, there's not a ton of foreign influence. It's a very traditional country, religiously and just overall culturally, which is going to be very different because I've never traveled to, I guess you could say, a place that's that different from what I'm used to here in the United States. That's about all I have now, but stay tuned for my next blog, which I'll be in Muscat, so I'll tell you guys a little bit about how the orientation went and what my classes are like and what life's like in Muscat for my first week. All right, until then.